things I've realized is that the more I give, the more successful I've been able to become. And you know, you've done a great job with your foundation. At what point do you think people need to start thinking about giving back? And what advice can you give, because you're actually making an initiative based on your own foundation?
There are two ways that you give. One is, it is inherent in you to give. Then even if you have 2 shirts, you can give 1 shirt. You don't have to earn a certain amount of money to be able to give. The giving is a joy to those people who like to give. And to some people, it's a formality, it's so many other things. Most amazing story I'll tell you about my life. When I was struggling for work, I used to travel from Bandra to Cherni Road by train. And because coming from a more organized place, smaller towns, it used to be horrible to get into the train. So I used to go a little earlier, sit on the corner seat and travel. One day when I went there was a person already on the window seat and he was looking out. He was wearing dark glasses. So I sat down next to him and the train started moving, and he asked me after some time, "Why are you so restless?" in Hindi. So I said, and he kept looking outside. So I said, "How do you know that I'm restless?" He said, "I can feel from your vibrations you're very restless." I said, I'm an actor, I've been looking for work, nothing is happening, I'm not getting any work, I have no money, no place to stay. So he said, "You should wear colored shirt." So I said, "What's the connection?" I was wearing a white shirt. He said, no, you will feel better. You should wear colored shirt. After about 7-8 stations, that man got up and walked out, and he was a blind man. I was completely taken aback by that experience. But for strange reasons, when I feel low, I wear a colored shirt and I feel better. So it's a matter of telling yourself. So all those experiences, if you look at it, you like to give. For a long time, I used to spend my birthday in a blind school, girls' blind school. I think you should start giving from now. Means there is no timetable, there is no scheduling for giving. And as you said rightly, that the more you give, the more joy you give, more joy you get. I think the most amazing thing about Bill Gates and so many other people over in America is that they give with joy. We have to learn a little about that. Giving is not yet a joy for our nation. It's not. Maybe we are just 64 years old or 63 years old country. So we are not settled with that. That has a lot to do with it. So I'm sure there are reasons. But giving has no time span. You can start giving from the moment you make it. I find it very difficult to believe that people don't want to give. It's how much can you take with you? How much?
I've actually noticed that. I mean, and I don't want to say anything negative about this country, but at least in America, the perception is that the more successful you become, it almost makes you more humble, especially if you're rooted around the right people.
That's one country which worships success, and everybody applauds that. And I have so many issues with that country. I have so many issues, but I think one thing that they have, amazing thing, is that whenever somebody becomes successful, they really applaud that. The moment somebody becomes successful, that means the rest of the family, rest of the people, rest of the world becomes, oh my God, he must have done something. In today's time, they actually do something to become successful. Yeah, I think it's a evolution period. I'm an optimist.
But I think that can change, especially because, you know, one of the things that's in America that works is people are starting to give back young. So rather than waiting at the end of your career, like just my own example, I'm involved in various charities in the hopes to eventually start my own foundation.
Sorry to interrupt. There can be a reason for that. You see, if you make from, say, 100 rupees to 1,000 rupees, then there's a possibility of giving less. But if you make it from 100 rupees straight to 1 crore of rupees, then the person who is giving also feels that, oh, I did not expect to make so much. Maybe that's a theory that I will give it to. So, but yet there is a lot of people who give daan, who do lots of other charitable works. A lot of people in India also don't talk about that. It's inherent in our culture, but they don't talk about it. Because I'll tell you, initially when I started doing this kind of work, every paper, a lot of people talk about the moment an actor gets into charitable work, he is doing it for publicity. Why will an actor do anything for publicity? He's already a publicized guy. So there are a lot of people who point guns at the person, but it's a very, very, it's debatable.